Together, stronger than ever, and yes, that's the name of its sex tape. Welcome to the rebirth of Brooklyn Nine-Nine here at San Diego. So I'm Michael Schneider, I'm the executive editor of IndieWire, and so excited and proud to bring out the producers and the cast of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. First up, executive producer Luke Del Tradici. Next up, he's not a doctor. Executive producer Dan Gore. You know him as Jake Peralta and so much more. Amy Santiago is Melissa from Maryland. Ladies and gentlemen, Terry Jeffords played by Terry Crews. She plays Rosa Diaz. We got Joel out there too?
Joel, you can come out now.
Joel! Joel! There's Scully. Can't forget Scully. Rehearsal went very well, so congrats. Well, guys, you're here. The show is here. It is alive. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Andy, I mean, was there ever any doubt really in your mind?
Quite a bit, yes.
Yeah.
It was terrifying. We were all sad that we weren't going to ever see each other again. And then it turned out that we will. So it was good.
Exactly. So, did you call up when the show was canceled and really tell everyone off? Like, you know what, it turns out I really didn't like working with you guys.
No, just Dan.
Just Dan.
Yeah.
You said we're very hurtful. I just want to point out that your noise made me spill water on myself.
Seriously, Dan, blame the crowd. Blame the fans.
Everyone here and in my armpits. Everyone at this point has acted exactly like their characters. Really satisfying. Like, Scully, no!
You're so right.
continue. What was the feeling? Did you guys were you on a text chain? What was sort of the ongoing conversation about wanting to save this show?
Who's that?
Well, we were on a big WhatsApp chain, and
Hashtag sponsored.
Jerry has a WhatsApp.
What's that?
I got stock in WhatsApp. But the thing is that what was wild is once we got the thing that it was canceled. I mean, Dan sent an email to everyone, and we started talking to each other, and it was immense sadness. I literally didn't know what was up or down. Everything just started changing. You started looking at your kids like, they're not that smart. They don't need college. You know what I mean? Like, it'll be all right. And then, it was a lot of sadness and a lot of like, I love you guys. And it feels like when your family is just split up and you may never see each other again. The saddest day ever. But
You guys know that phones exist, cars. We could have seen each other.
I know, it's all this like we're never gonna see each other when the show's over. I guess that's Terry's little game.
Terry, the man who has 20 jobs at any given time, is worried about you're doing okay for yourself.
We were sad though. We were really sad. It's such a fun job, and it felt really, and especially since we've got to be really, the ensemble works really well together, and to think that we're not going to be able to continue on that sort of ride was really sad. It made us really sad. But then the internet exploded.
Were you guys taken aback by just the
Yes.
amount of
Yeah,
hashtags?
it was immediately all us texting each other like, do you guys see what's happening on Twitter? Do you guys see that we're trending? Do you see there's so many people that love our show? Oh my god, like it was so validating in that moment, and kind of so it went from like being so sad the show was over with, oh well, at least there's this amazing, beautiful consolation prize that like so many people feel so strongly about our show. And then that snowballed into, it might come back.
Yeah, the buzz started happening, and some big names too, some big celebrities were tweeting their support as well. So
Manafort's a big B99. The dude was crushed.
He had some fans in some high places, so that helped things along as well. But Dan, were you were sort of at the forefront of keeping tabs on where this was going, and did you? Who first got word that this revival was happening?
I was the first one to get word. Cool brag. We were canceled.
I think he meant that we were getting picked up.
Oh, you meant that we were getting picked up?
Yeah.
No,
In his defense, he's been cleaning water off his shirt for the last 5 minutes.
you know when you spill and then it goes into your underpants? Fully the top of my underwear is soaked. So I'm feeling it.
Oh, this is going in an episode. You're seeing the writing magic happen.
I mean, I'm normally soaked in the writer's room. I thought it was like... it was like 7:30 or so, and I had been madly texting with Andy and with the studio, and the studio really, they were doing everything they could, and I was like sending crazy ideas for ways in which we could convince NBC to pick us up. And then David Miner, who's a producer on the show, was like, hey, go to sleep, man. On the East Coast, everyone's asleep, nothing's gonna happen. Joke's on him. Half an hour later, I get a text that says, NBC said yes. I texted random numbers in my phone, ex-girlfriends.
How'd they take it?
I am fully blocked. So
That tracks.
oh yeah, Tyler sexy. You know what?
fully blocked.
Just give it to him.
Your sex tape.
Watching the magic happen, right?
Title of your sex tape yourself.
Guy, you can just do them after everything. That's not true.
All right, so now that was a much happier WhatsApp text chain when the news came out.
You guys
right?
gotta get on WhatsApp. We're not all getting a cut.
Now, is Russia on that one too, Andy, or is it just the others? Oh, what, too soon? But so what was your reaction now? This text chain was a much happier, much nicer text chain, I assume, among you guys. Joe, you...
I was hosting some guests, so I was late to getting the message, and I got a text from Dan saying, "Did you read the email?" Question mark, question mark. And I said, "What email?" And he's like, "Read the email!" Exclamation point. And we get to find the email, and my guests were like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Something's happening, something's happening." And found out that we got picked up by NBC, and my wife grabbed the champagne, and it was a great party.
I bet. Well, so now you guys are back, and what's the status in terms of when you get back to work? Is that around the corner, or how far along are you in terms of scripts in the new season?
The writer's room is up, and we are, writers!
The Rockstars!
And we are 5 weeks into our pre-production. We've got a bunch of scripts, we've got a bunch of stories. It's looking good. Guys, spoiler alert, I think this season's gonna be really good.
But unfortunately, we have to push it like 8 months because winter has come. We have to wait for the weather to change. Huh?
Big twist coming to NBC. So, you guys left on a little bit of a cliffhanger in terms of, first of all, unfortunately, Andre Brower is not here, but of course, we
Yeah, but he wanted everyone to know that he could care less.
I want to apologize for not being at the Comic-Con to enjoy the feathery world of comedy. That was my Andre Brown.
Nicely done, Joe. But that is sort of the biggest cliffhanger, of course, is, and would that have been the lingering question had the show not continued, either way, in terms of whether or not he made it as commissioner, and now does that change your plans for what happens to that character?
I think that what we did was, this feels so much like a Senate testament.
Mr. Gore, you are under oath.
About council, I'm not going to answer. I think that if we had been canceled, I would have just been so sad. But I think we weren't going to change the end. But I think it's very clear from Holt's expression exactly what happened. So the cliffhanger is a weird way to describe it. I thought you said your cliffhanger was, will Jake and Amy make it? And I was like, yes.
I would hope so.
What do you mean by make it? Like go all the way?
Yeah.
Go to home base.
Nice.
That's the first episode is hardcore porn, which is an interesting departure for 9, but maybe not.
I mean, NBC, who knows?
It's a changing media landscape. You do what you can.
It really is. It's Comcasting. So let's talk a little bit about so the big marriage, of course. So Peralta and Santiago, are these two kids gonna make it? No, but how? I think actually Holt had a great line in the finale when he was doing the officiating, when he said basically along the way. I want to do this justice, so I want to make sure I get the quote right. It was, so they start out with a distracting childish rivalry to a distracting childish courtship to a distracting childish marriage. So how much is this marriage going to change the two of them, or will they forever be sort of, Jake and Amy?
Joel, what do you think?
What was the question?
Scully's got his own panel at the end. He's actually taking questions. It's lovely. It's the whole Hitchcock and Scully panel down there. some Hitchcock and Scully fans in the audience. I think that there are some websites devoted to the two of you just hitting each other in the groin. It's mostly German websites. So, Andy, what do you think of this relationship? And obviously, like that, that changes a little bit the core between the two. But I suppose, maybe not. What?
I mean, I think the beauty of Jake and Amy is they really are friends, and therefore it doesn't change it that much. But it opens it up to just sort of new storylines to do with early marriage. But I think the core is relatively the same.
Yeah. I think the bigger question is, what does this mean for?
I'm excited to see them join their bank accounts. I feel like that might.
Spoiler.
When they get rid of the towel, is towel gonna go away? Is towel gonna
Never.
Jake's hiding it somewhere.
I think the bigger question actually, Joe, is for Boyle and how this marriage impacts him.
Boyle will be on the honeymoon. I have nothing to back this up. I've not talked to the writers, but I think Shepard will probably have to pull Boyle away.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to spend all season 6 just pulling Boyle away from Jake and Andy.
He's already pushing for kids, so I'm sure that'll be an ongoing, recurring topic as well.
Absolutely. Boyle wants more Jake. Or Jake gets.
It's sweet unless you think about it.
Stephanie, great storyline this season, obviously.
Writers for shepherding that. It was really amazing.
Yeah, talk a little bit about that, and the writers as well, about tackling her bisexuality.
Well, it was a team effort. Dan is not only a brilliant writer, but he's also a person who believes in equality and inclusivity, and that shows in his writing. He was interested in possibly exploring the idea that Rosa might be queer, but immediately when that started sort of coming to the writer's room, he asked me what I thought about it, because he wanted, we do have some writers that are gay, I think a couple now, but he wanted a bisexual person's voice to be heard in that storyline, and just so happens that the person that's playing the character that they wanted to turn bi is also bi. It was a gift, and I think we did it in a really amazing way, and the way that we do what I think Brooklyn is very good at, and what I think is that you guys really love, is that we're sort of tackling these like issue things that aren't really issues, that are just things that we are all sort of dealing with and navigating in our own lives, and we do it in this fun, joyful way, in this idealized world in which everybody's a feminist, everyone's into equality, everyone loves their LGBTQIA like family members. Cops are good in this world, so yeah, I was just like very thrilled to be asked to have a voice in that storyline, and felt that it really reflected, at least for me, a lot of what is reality in my own life.
Now the next.
Yeah, it was really important to all of us that Stephanie be very involved, and that it be a story that not only she felt comfortable with, but was really excited to say. And there were so many things about it that were. It's dry, by the way. Anyway, serious moment to interrupt with a status shirt smell. I understand. But there were so many things that kind of surprised, shocked, and like saddened me that we found out in doing the episode. Like, apparently, Rosa saying on camera that she was bi and using those words was like the first time that had ever happened on a network show. And that the character hadn't been killed off instantly. And that wasn't our intention, and yet it was something we did. And that's, again, I'm I'm just going to say that's crazy again.
That's
But,
crazy.
but fantastic. Now the next question, of course, speaking of cliffhangers, is Gina Rodriguez. Can we get to see more of Gina? Is that something that may happen in the future?
The only impediment is that she is a super successful, super busy
This is true.
actress with a show of her own of which she is the star, and everyone should also watch.
Yeah.
But we are trying to do that. She is trying to do that. We are definitely hopeful that that will happen.
What you guys don't know is that when Gina was on our episodes take 5 days to shoot, and she was there for 1 day. That was the only day that she was able to do it. Her schedule is so packed, and she's like a friend of mine, so she wants to come back so badly, but it just is a matter of scheduling. So I don't know, maybe there's some other hot babes in Rosa's future.
She literally canceled her vacation to do it.
Yeah, she was like, oh, I'll come back early. Yeah.
She's gonna take a 1-day vacation?
She's going to come here to San Diego.
It's a nice story, Andy.
Terry. Well, I said Terry, come on. You know you want to see those pecs? That's why we do that. So where is Terry now? How do you feel about where Terry is this season and going forward?
Oh, I mean, you know, he's the mom of the precinct. There's just it's an amazing thing because Holt is the dad. And we have these wonderful kids, and we love them all. And, you know, Terry Jeffords is me. I can't even, I've never had a character that is more about me, about his family, about his friends. Let me say, I get choked up thinking about these guys a lot because I want to see them win as if, you know, they were my own family, you know, and, you know, it's real. What you see with Terry Jeffords, his care, the relationship with him and Jake, and even when Melissa made it to Sergeant, he wanted to see her win. You know, it's the proudest moment with every character from when Chelsea came back, the joy that he had in his heart. I mean, there were so many moments that I was like, that's me, you know, because that's exactly how I felt in the moment. And I've never had a character that just synced up in my life like that. You know what I mean? It's super special.
Well, that's the thing that I keep coming back to family with the characters on the show. Obviously, you know, a lot of the characters have had side projects. Of course, Boyle had his food truck, for example, and Gina was going to go off and do her thing. But eventually, everyone makes their way back to the 9-9. Somehow, everyone comes back. And Chelsea, what do you think? I mean, even Gina has become Chelsea.
What was the question?
We've seen some softer moments from Gina, you know, several times. Is she losing her edge, or does she just finally have room in her heart for this ragtag crew?
She's a gentle spirit. But she has layers, like all of us do, you know. We're multi-dimensional people, and one minute we're soft, the next hard. That's kind of like...
A lot of sex tapes coming out of this panel.
Does that answer your
Yes,
question?
it does. Thank you, Chelsea Peretti.
Thank you. I'm Chelsea Peretti.
Let's talk about Scully and Hitchcock for a second. What do you two make of these characters? I mean, you guys almost are doing your own show there in the corner. Like, I want to believe that eventually, like all this found footage, you guys have been taping your own show on the set for a couple of years.
It's not found footage. If you look in the background of any shot, the two of them have like an entire story going on.
Yeah.
In one episode, it was about Scully's feet. He was doing in the background, his foot was being bathed, and then like sutured socks were being made. Literally
I
crazy.
want to believe you have some cameras like only on that, so that eventually those shows will come out. Like that spin-off is going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Well,
basically our lives just keep going on, and once in a while they call us and, "Do you guys mind coming to the set and sitting at your desk?" I said, "Sure." But the story, we just keep living our lives.
But you guys are having a lot more fun. They're giving you a lot more to do too, and really some really like farcical stuff, and just some real funny stuff. Well, this season when Scully introduced himself as Lucius Lyon. I love I'm the record executive from Executive Records. I just love those throwaway things that like they add so much actually to the side of the show.
Hey man, whatever man. It's switched up the characters, but that's alright.
The thing about them is that they're playing these like very to use a nice phrase, old school kind of cops, and they're super close-minded and they're gross and those are laugh lines and they're great. And they're played by the most warm, amazing, feminist, dope actors.
When we started in the industry about 4,000 or 5,000 years ago, the only people basically being hired on television were white guys.
And it's still the same. No.
It's true. But, now to be on a show, kind of towards the end of our career, where...
Well, maybe for you.
Because the show's going to go on for about another 10 years. It's really kind of a cool thing to have seen the business evolve, even though it's got a long ways to go. But again, to have gay, lesbian characters and integrated cast, and it's pretty amazing.
We're gonna ask you guys to start lining up for your fan questions. So get ready. I see a crowd forming up. It's happening.
Everyone slow down.
So before we
Be careful.
or direction thematically that we want to go this season.
I think from the questions that that you're asking, and that I think people are going to be very excited about the first few episodes. I think there's a kind of fun Hitchcock Scully episode coming up. You might see them in their past at some point. That's a little nugget, little tip. Don't tell anyone who wasn't here. Make them all feel bad.
Except if you're on WhatsApp, then maybe tell.
I can't say enough nice things about WhatsApp.
It just works every time.
It's a smooth interface.
And it's a pun. It's a pun on words. Alright, let's open up the questions. Who we got up first?
So.
Thank you everyone for being here. This show is so important and had this beautiful, shortest cancellation in existence. Thank you for giving voice to LGBT characters and also just as you giving voices to all of us. Stephanie, I'm looking at you. And Terry, thank you for your part of Me Too. And also who are also part of E2 that you have to be part of it, but thank you. So my question is for everyone, what does it mean to you to be a show that's so important for activism that was on Fox?
These fans are bringing it.
Andy, you got that one.
Oh, thanks, Terry. All I know about it is that there are different factions of Fox. Fox, the people we dealt with there, I truly believe really loved and supported our show. I don't know what they would say publicly about the Fox News wing of Fox.
But I love it.
But
Fox News is so good, that's the hardest part about leaving. They're so on the money, so accurate and fair.
not afraid to say the true stuff. So in that regard, it was hard for us. We couldn't deal with the
It's a
truth.
sacrifice.
I mean, I think it was a good moment for us to switch.
That's all of you.
Thank you so much for your question. Who's next?
Bye, Angel.
Before asking my question, I just wanted to say how much I love the entire cast and the characters they represent so much. And I wanted to specifically say thank you to Stephanie and Melissa because it just means so much to me that we get to see not only one but two beautiful and strong Latinas being represented. Especially as someone who is a bisexual Latina, you guys mean so much to me from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. And Rosa's face when she sees Gina's character is so hilarious. It basically became a relatable meme for all of us. So my question is, Stephanie, has something like that happened to you in your life?
I think that was also the beginning of me realizing that I was not the same as all the words that I really had for it when I was like, little. Because I knew that something else was going on because I could feel my body react, my brain react, and I would see, a shiny ponytail swinging, and it wasn't like, I want to put that in my hair. It was like, I want to put that in my mouth. Seen in the world, because I think Melissa and I have talked a lot about how when we were growing up it was hard to find ourselves on television. We felt really invisible. We felt like, well, I guess this isn't for me, this thing, whatever this world is, happiness. But I'm so happy to hear that you're seeing yourself.
Thank you so much. All right, next question.
Hi.
This one's for me.
It's true. Your dress is amazing.
Thanks.
The dress.
It has a message about equal pay on the back. It's the pay gap for Latinas. My question is about Brooklyn Nine-Nine and how it's really shown us that families belong together and that families belong free. I watch with my 4.5-year-old, and it means a lot to my family and my family. So I'm wondering for all of you what the stories and the development of your characters have meant for your understanding of family.
These are some deep questions. I'm into it. Just don't feel prepared. I mean, chosen family, right? Which is something
Chosen
that
family,
the idea originated in the LGBTQ community. But I think this is really a good example of a chosen family. These people are pretty weird and they seem to really care and love about each other the way that a family does.
That's the best part of a workplace comedy, right? When you can get that right, when you can really get that family right. It's sort of a different kind of family comedy, just in the workplace.
Yeah.
So So, well, thank you.
That's some thoughts.
Well, I'll add that when you work at a place like our characters work at a place where there's so much stress and turmoil that you need that kind of love and support, and that's not just true for these characters, but it's true for people and where they work. So I think it's important that that you have a show that can kind of show that. I mean, speaking for my character Boyle, I mean Boyle just loves people so much and isn't afraid to like show unadulterated like affection, physical affection, which I think is amazing for a male character to show. Boyle is that he doesn't care. He just loves love, and he just loves the whole squad. And I think that's what I've learned about playing Boyle. And you know, the world is Boyle's fan. Like if you have a choice.
I'll say, I'll say that I have young twin daughters who are exactly the same age as Terry Jeffords' young twin daughters in the show, and so I write a lot of, I push a lot of stories that come right from those experiences, and then I get to watch on TV as I'm played by Terry. Fabulous.
The resemblance is striking.
Yeah.
Well, thanks. Next question, please.
Hi, I just want to say first of all, I'm a huge fan of the show. It's been like something that's really helped me the last couple of years, so thank you to all of you. I have kind of another deep question. Sorry about that.
It wasn't a critique. It
Okay,
was
okay. So, and this actually comes from Twitter and your whole Twitter fam, the ones that helped trend Brooklyn Nine-Nine when you guys had the roller coaster. And we were all wondering, you guys have great representation on the show, but we were wondering if there was any room for mental health representation. Because a lot of people like to think that, you know, Amy has some form of OCD and Jake has abandonment issues and... But they can be serious.
It's a pun?
Don't shoot the messenger, guys. I'm sorry. But is there any like room for like any mental health representation?
Yes.
Yes, there is room. Yeah, I think that, you know, it's, we're always looking at every character and at every story and trying to be as inclusive and et cetera as we can be. And I think, you know, that's something we've thought about. It took us a long time to figure out, for instance, the Rosa coming out story. And so sometimes it's easy to say, like, yes, you know, but it's hard to actually come up with a story that feels satisfying or whatever for us. But we're excited also that people feel that representation, whether or not it's said out loud about Amy and
Adrian Pimento. Pretty much reps that.
I mean, I would say one other thing to that, which is anytime we tackle something that is tricky like that maybe doesn't have a lot of representation, especially because we're a comedy, it has to be the right story. So we are walking the line correctly and it doesn't come across as us making a joke out of it and giving it proper respect. That's why episodes like Rosa deciding to come out and the episode Moo Moo where Terry is, you know, racially profiled as a male, those episodes take a lot longer because if you fuck it up, it's bad. So I think, not to speak on behalf of the writers, but I think track record has proven that we are open to all of those things. It's just got to be the right story and us feeling like we're going to do it justice.
Yeah.
Now you have more episodes and more playground to do more of those. Next question.
Hi, I'll keep it quick. But if the show was canceled and did end where it ends, how would each of you have wanted
the features for your character or the conclusion for it to be at that moment?
Oh.
Like, what would we want their like arc to be like through the episodes we wouldn't have gotten to see?
Yeah, like what would you have wanted personally?
I feel like Jake would have just became best friends with Bruce Willis. He's his best friend.
That's something I was about to say. Gina becomes best friends with Beyonce.
Terry Jeffers would have been the captain. He would have found a precinct to become the captain of.
Italian restaurant.
Yeah, Amy would have become a captain before Terry.
Probably.
And finally become best friends with Holt.
And I think Scully and Hitchcock would have taken over Shaw's bar.
Dan, can you get on the Beyonce guest star thing? Like, can't you just make a few calls and
Yeah.
make that happen?
It's totally that easy.
Right? Just
Done.
call her in the hotline. All right, another question, please.
All right, I'm gonna keep it quick and light, but first, Scully and Hitchcock, you guys are super underrated. Love you guys.
Yeah!
And my question is for everybody, but I think it's for Mr. Dan Gore. Are we gonna see Doug Judy in season 6?
Yeah, look, the Pontiac Bandit, Doug Judy. National superstar. Yeah,
This was supposed to be the easy question.
We're trying, yes. He wants to do it, we want to do it. I can't.
My other question was, now that you guys are on NBC, can you do the SVU crossover?
Well, we're on record as saying that the sex crimes unit has the best Christmas parties. So there is a pitch that we have the Christmas party, sex crimes Christmas party.
Sex crimes
Christmas party.
There you go, holiday episode.
Your sex tape? Sex Crimes Christmas Party is the title of your sex tape? Everyone's like teeing themselves up, like, oh, 3 chicks and 1 dude, title your sex tape. Like, yeah, I know.
So, Dan, you had some goodies to give away? Let's give a couple trivia questions. Yeah, because we got the goodies, let's give them away.
Do we have time to do it as a them versus them thing, or is it just ask some people?
Let's just ask some people.
The people that are in line?
What is it?
Is it the people that are in line already?
No. These are really hard trivia questions. Everyone in the audience can help her. Alright? And it'll be you guys against these guys. Or are you on some kind of cheat website?
Well, I'm videotaping this.
Alright, we'll start easy. What is Adrian Pimento's trick to fighting bears? Headbutt them in the penis and push them off a cliff. We'll give you a point for that. Alright, we'll give one here. Name one New York Knick that Jake has pantsed. This is very handy.
Me?
Yeah.
John Starks.
Boom.
Whoa.
I didn't know I was involved in this.
Title of your sex tape?
didn't save the setup. Appreciate it.
All right. Next question. Who thinks they're really good at Amy trivia? Is there an Amy trivia? Somebody's pointing. What's going on?
The line.
Okay, we got something in line. All right, ready? Hard? Do you want hard or medium?
Say it, say it.
Name at least one stage of Drunk Amy.
Inappropriately sexual Amy.
Bonus question, how many drinks is that? How many drinks? Yeah, 4. Baby. This one's for Amy. Let's see if she, for Melissa, let's see if she can get it. Who is the only celebrity that Amy has ever seen in person?
Should I know this?
Paul Schaefer. And how did she describe the experience? Exhilarating. All right.
Is that the season I was pregnant? I don't remember anything from that.
Yes. What's the name of the scrapbook Amy keeps for Hulk? Do you remember that? From Ray.
Well, there were so many alts. There
were. It's hard because there are a lot of alts. That means alternate jokes. Named after Heinz alts. All right. This is a disaster.
Heinz alts in this.
Move on.
All right, ready? Terry. We got a Terry question. Terry loves.
I swear to God, that was my question to Terry. What's his favorite flavor of yogurt?
Your question, my friend, because there is a once a week treat that's been mentioned. It's full fat Greek with a touch of honey. But all right.
Sorry. What did you say, Greek?
It's full fat Greek with a touch of honey. Terry loves yogurt.
You're sexy.
Terry loves yogurt and love, but he loves many other things as well. Name at least one other thing Terry loves. Other than love,
Strong woman.
It's not true. It's true. The answers were four.
His kids.
Yeah, he has to accept what he does.
Cereal.
Terry loves love. We'll give you Terry loves love. The correct answers were foreign films, Kreplach, Walls. Terry loves Walls. Lavender. Frasier. And maintaining a professional work environment.
And suspenders.
This one's for Terry. Terry.
Yes.
Terry's twins were conceived to what song?
Oh, snap. We switched that a couple times.
Yeah.
See? It was hard to
I don't even know if it's those two are different ones. One was, okay, I'll give up.
Bootylicious.
Thank you, Terry.
Correct answer, Bootylicious.
Hey Dan, why don't we get to a couple more questions before since we're running out of time.
I guess this isn't going well.
We have a few more fans who really want to got a few more great questions.
Oh, guys, good job. You guys did great.
You did.
So real quick, it's a speed round just because we want to get a few more people. So you're up next. We're all a part of this now. All right, what's your question?
Hi, my question's for Melissa and Stephanie. So you guys were on One Day at a Time last week.
studio audience instead of just filming it?
Well, you said online that it was the best experience of your professional
Oh my
life.
God, Dan. I meant to say one of the best. I was excited and I typed real fast. It happens. Also, I was responding to, anyway. It was super fun and so different from how we shoot Brooklyn, and it was like exciting, but also like, oh, I don't know, like, did we get it? Should we do more? Oh, like, it was just really different, right? But yeah, it was. I mean, it's hard to compare. They're two totally different worlds. And
Seems like you did compare, though.
I am never gonna hear the end of this.
It was joyful and fun. It's really fun to have a live audience there. It's fun to hear their reaction. For me, it was like a masterclass because Rita Moreno is just like incredible human. And there was like one time I got a laugh and there was like a huge reaction from the audience, and she went like this. She was like upstage and she went, die now. Rita Moreno, give me one of those. So, yeah, great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Sandberg does that sometimes, right? No? Doesn't give it a little.
There's no live audience. I can just say it.
Thank you so much for your question.
Thanks.
Next up.
Okay, we're together. We were wondering, what was your favorite scene or film together?
I'm now just going through my mind of how dirty my comments have been so far. And what was the question? Favorite scene to shoot?
What was your favorite scene or episodes to film together?
Beach House.
Beach House. We all say Beach House. We love shooting that one. Who knows?
Safe to say it's been all downhill since season 1.
No, but it was because we got to all go and hang out at the beach in this big, beautiful house. It was early on enough in the show that it was a bonding experience for the cast. We kind of had a lot of downtime, and the house was far away from our base camp where the trailers are, so we really just kind of hung out and chatted and got to know each other, and it was a really fun experience.
I also remember the party. The party was a great episode.
Oh yeah, that was.
Because this is when, stop eating crab wrong, and, and I was trying to corral the whole crew because they were going to do something very, very inappropriate, because we were at Captain's house, and that was like the first time we were all together. That was season 1.
99 was fun too.
Oh yeah.
And I just thought about that how the Holt's house for the party. What was the episode also where we were all in Holt's clothes? Yeah. And I just remember singing Cheddar. Yeah. Cheddar was fun too. I just remember that night singing the Friends theme song, and I think didn't Chelsea have one of her epic where she just laughs until she cries?
Me? Probably.
Thanks so much, both of you. We have time for one more question.
You can all say one at the same time.
We gotta go next.
I have one about the show. Can I ask that?
Yeah.
All right, this is a super important one. Is Kelly Scully's dog or wife?
Great question. I mean, that will definitely be answered this season.
You should just promise something then that you have no idea whether
No. It's fully our intention. That was the arc of the season. You asking a question?
Yeah, we have time for one more? Great.
Hi. So if all of your characters were in a Hunger Games style arena,
What was the end of the question?
You were in a Hunger Games style arena.
She hasn't got any
which
idea.
character would win?
Well, I can tell you who would be the first to go.
What if any of us besides Terry tried to say it was us?
Everyone's gonna have a real shot.
Yeah.
Well done.
I'll achieve it too.
do it. Fine.
I had my money on Hitchcock and Sully winning, honestly. Probably because everyone would.
Rosa would kill everybody.
Great at camouflage like Peter, I imagine.
Gina was hit by a bus going 180 miles an hour. Died basically unscratched. So
It was pretty amazing. Well, to wrap things up, Dan, I know you wanted to.
yeah, we just wanted, on behalf of everyone up here and everyone who works on the show, to thank all of you for all of your support online and watching the show and everything. It really means the world to all of us, and I really don't think we'd be up here if it weren't for you. So thank you all so much.